Tuned into the Quiet Car Podcast.
All right, people. Emergency episode. The hobby's in trouble. The hobby's going down. Can't help ourselves. We don't know what to do. Everything is sinking right now. The bubble has burst. Is what everybody's saying right now.
It exploded.
It exploded! Oh my gosh, everybody's in shambles right now, people.
Sell all your collection ASAP.
Hobby is dying right now. The hobby is dying. It's what everybody wanted. When was the hobby gonna die? It died today. Dead and buried. Ship that shit off overseas. But in news right now, it's breaking news. So PSA basically has halted some of their grading levels, which is the value, value plus, hold on, and the value, okay, value bulk, value plus, and value max is on pause. Starting January 2nd?
Yep.
Okay, starting January 2nd, it's going to be on pause. So, what does that mean for everybody? That means only the expensive stuff, the $80 and up, the $149 and up, is still available. They're basically saying, we're getting tired of all the base cars you're sending through here. Basically, all the base cars y'all sending through, hey, they gotta chill. Their backlog is it 20 million?
Something like that.
10 million backlog. 10 million cars backlog right now. Okay. Basically, we're coming on here, and we're gonna have some guests come on also. So shout out to everybody that's joining us for the emergency show. Also, with this emergency show is sponsored by the quietcard.com. Quiet Card Podcast.
Go check out some merch. Listen, gangster merch, wonderful hats, crazy stuff. You pointing the wrong way, Amani. Nope.
Oh,
there you go.
Wait. Are you looking? Am I mirrored? Oh, wait. Am I?
No, it's because you're on your iPad.
Oh.
But yeah, long and short, go check out the website. Gangster shit. Cool hats coming. Cool shirts.
Hit the QR code. Hit the QR code tonight. Might be some merch dropping about this whole PSA situation. That'd be crazy.
Tell them to look out for it. Listen.
Look out for it. Yes. Be on the sound effects. So like I said, yeah. So click the merch on top. Is it on you or me?
What now?
Is the merch thing on you or me?
I'm trying to find it right now.
Oh, you can't see the QR code on your thing?
It's not showing up on my end.
Interesting. Well, let me see. Hold on, let's see. Let me go on YouTube.
Is it untitled? Nope.
No. It should be on your. You don't see on your page. on your screen?
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it because normally you know where we got the Savorista and all that.
No. It's the QR code.
Oh, I do see it on mine. Yep. Yeah, it's right
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yep, boys and girls. Bop, 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 bop,
Am I
bop.
pointing to it?
You pointing the wrong way.
So I'm pointing the wrong way. Okay, so I gotta go this way.
Yep,
That's so
yep,
weird.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, click the merch on there. Just go check it out real quick. So that's what it's sponsored by. So, what's the opinion? What are we thinking about this?
Well, I will tell you that honestly, I went and dropped off the last little bit of stuff that I was personally going to submit with PSA
Okay.
at GameStop, like literally less than an hour ago. And the craziest part about that, so the homie was the manager there and super good guy. But I literally was like, "Hey, bro, have you heard anything about this? You know, them not." He goes, "I'm not seeing an official email yet." I said, "So I'm good to submit." He said, "Lock it in, baby."
Ooh.
So we locked, ready to roll.
Ooh. Okay. So we're thinking GameStop is
Well, so on the official PSA thing, it said that anything that is submitted by January 1st, even if it's, not there yet, it's okay. But with that said, if you fill out that submission paperwork, I think you've got 10 days or less to have it in the mail. I straight up told Amani, I said I would overnight it. If you're not
yeah.
submitting it, because today is Thursday, the 28th, I was like, if you're not submitting it today, I'm overnighting it just to for sure it.
If you're in a big city, like we'll say Atlanta. Well, we'll just say Atlanta. Is if you don't want to ship them in there, go to GameStop, go to Cards HQ, the PSA drop on there, just drop them off like that. Don't even mail them in there. Find somewhere that's. I wouldn't even look. I would just go to people that's like GameStop. They can enter in there immediately. But anybody that if you know a buddy that does like big submissions, I wouldn't even go to him. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-mm.
would not go to him. Just go to just go over there to the big boys. So like I said, everybody who's joining right now, um, PSA is pausing for their submission services levels due to 10 million cards backlog. 10 million
Which,
cards
which
backlog.
shout out to Boston Card Hunter. He was like everybody, the month of May. What was it? The month of May wanted everybody to
Oh yeah, the boycott.
the boycott, right?
Yeah.
And then literally before halfway through the month of May, they were like, "This has been our biggest submission. This has been our biggest submission month ever within existence."
Yeah.
So I guess the boycott didn't work.
So PSA had to do their own little boycott. And just
Yeah,
stop
they
this
said
whole thing.
boycott us. Check this shit out. Hold my beer.
If man, like but you're talking about I'm very curious on even next month what he's got. I'm very curious if he comes on and says the last week was probably our biggest week by far because people are they are sitting there. The flippers, the ones that like I say, it's the flippers, basically the ones that like depend on volume a lot with cards because like I said, believe it or not, there's legit people out here grading 100 cards at once, 200 cards at once. So the volume, the people that depends on PSA's turnaround, they're the one that's getting affected the most right now. With that,
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I guess the thing now is like, and we talked about this on the podcast. It was like there is no grading service that's out there right now that we can go to and go, I'm ready to use the service. Because Beckett, I don't think Beckett got crazy turnaround. Everybody might shift to Beckett, maybe. SGC is going to be the same thing. Everybody maybe should shift to SGC. Tag is the biggest loser out of this.
I was gonna say if it's Pokemon, that they ain't sending to SGC at all.
You just going to send it Beckett?
Well, Beckett, you got a shot at a black label.
With One Piece.
Probably Beckett.
Because all basically these, what are we saying? How much Pokemon in One Piece get sent there? About 70%?
I mean,
more?
If not more.
90?
Probably closer to 95, bro.
Jeez.
Listen, I mean, they were literally talking about like, they were just talking about how fast the Pokemon guys were just sending stuff in.
Who?
I mean, PSA, because they were talking about so many of their submissions were Pokemon and TCG over sports.
Jeez.
I mean, I think they're just getting up. They're getting so many in right now. They're flopping like SGA in the playoffs. I mean, they're just like.
Let's just pause this. 10 million. Shout out to everybody that's in here right now. But 10 million cards on backlog right now.
Say that again?
10 million cards on backlog right now. I think regardless, I think that's a you got any, like I said, anybody shout out to everybody watching right now. If you got any question or anything, just drop it. You know what I'm saying, I know we kind of late to the party on making a video of it, but we just wanted more little information because even it's so crazy even seeing this. Even seeing like see reports like last week, and you start hearing little rumbles, everything like this. It was just bound to happen. I mean, you have to calm it down. You gotta get to the point where it's like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna have a program that say, hey, we can get your cars before Christmas?
I mean, honestly, bro, the stuff I submitted today, I'm expecting it back before Christmas.
So we gotta quit. So shout out to Michael that's in here. Tag is listen. No, Tag is on the rise. They just don't have the machines to keep up.
I mean, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Michael, no shit. I'm sending stuff to Tag before I send it to Beckett. I mean, and this is just one man's opinion. Literally, it's my word is not holier than thou or whatever. But literally, I like the slabs better with Tag than I do Beckett. And personally, I've experienced selling some Tag 10s that outsold PSA 10s. Now, yes, it's not a black label, right? Like if I hit a black label, straight to the moon, right? But, bro, what's the fucking chance? Especially now that they know, hey, you can't go to PSA. Y'all get 9 5s. 9 5s.
Yep.
Oh, nope. You get a silver label 9. Like,
I think the thing that says with Tag, I think Tag. I mean, yeah, they probably because Tag's gonna hit too. Tag cut their stuff off early, and they're still cut off. Still right now, still cut off. So for me, I really think that I thought Tag was going to be more prepared. I just want to know like how long it take to grade with all the AI technology they have.
Well,
I think it just knock it out.
well, yes and no, Amani. I mean, that's the thing of you physically have to have somebody to load the machines. You physically have to have somebody to ship the stuff. You physically have to have somebody, check how the orders are. Like, hey, did
Yep.
this slab come out cracked? What I mean, there is some level of human interaction with the grading, right? I mean, it just, you have to invest in more people.
More machines. Here you go. We got another
Well,
right here.
so yes, you have to have more machines, 100%. However, you still need people. And, Michael's got a great point. He said if CGC came in hot with a big discount, they would get slammed. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the CGC slabs. They don't hold the market value. However, last time PSA sold, or not sold, but however last time PSA slowed down and stopped submissions, that was the point when CGC 9.5s, but that was also blue label. So this is black CGC label. So maybe it's different, but blue CGC 9.5s were a premium. People were interested. People were paying not top dollar, but they were paying a lot more than they're paying for a CGC slab at this instant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, some of my most expensive stuff is in a CGC slab. Now, it is an old CGC slab, but I don't hate it. It is an established brand, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I mean, and listen, for sports, I would totally consider and follow up on Michael's comment here. I would send for SGC for sports. However, it kind of depends on the sport. You know what I mean? Like, if
Nothing
it's
modern.
something, huh?
Nothing modern.
I mean, I don't hate it. It just doesn't hold the value. Now, if they had like a $15, $25, get it back 30 days, shout out to SGC Pete back in the glory days, type shit.
Because that was the balance of it.
That was the balance.
You know
Hey, Big John, whenever you're ready, you give us a thumbs up and we'll throw you in the room. Bet. All right. So we got the homie, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at his beautiful house in the background. It's definitely not a green screen. Check out
Fresh
Big John.
off vacation.
My bad. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? What's up, Jerry? Money.
There he is.
I come to crash, y'all podcast since you've been crashing mine.
Look, I'm substitute teaching. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. Everybody gets an A.
Everybody gets A.
Everybody gets an A. So I guess you done heard the news since you're off the boat now.
Yeah, I hadn't heard PSA like yeah, we got $2 million, but it ain't gonna help us get these cars to you faster.
Hell no. He said, hold on, let's put a little stoppage to this real quick. Let's just calm it down.
So let's just review the month, right? Hey, everybody, we got $2 million in coming in to invest into the company. We're gonna, was it $200 million? Or was it $2 million?
Yeah.
200.
$200 million investing, to help with the processes. Then you came back with the what boycott beat PSA? We just took the most submissions ever in.
Right, right. Shout out Boston Card Hunter.
Then you got we got to increase turnaround times, and now we got too much business. We don't want y'all business. We only want the big dollars. We don't need y'all lit dollars no more.
Yeah, we don't need more base cards in here.
35, 45s. We don't need that.
But the hobby's dying though.
So the hobby's not dying, but you can't even go. You can't go anywhere else.
He's talking shit.
Tag increase their time. Oh,
yeah, no. Tag already put a thing out and said, "Hey, if you ain't fucking,
Tag stopped theirs like 2 months ago. The
CGC increased their times as well, didn't they? CGC, did they increase their times as well? Yes, they did.
Yep.
So if you don't want to support Collectors Universe, where do you go?
Dude, you can't go. You can't go anywhere.
You go to Collectors Universe. Beckett.
Mm-hmm. But Beckett increased. No, hold on. Did Beckett increase their times?
Yeah, SGC times is 40 to 50 business days.
Ooh.
But nobody's buying SGC slabs anyway, so
can't.
Those are coastals right now.
Damn. That was the whole thing. That's what I was saying. Even when SGC was a balance. You send so much to PSA, no one's going to take a while, but you can send yourself to SGC just to kind of balance it out.
First to market.
Still have value on it. Yeah.
You get that
it
first
still
to
had
market.
the value on it. But now it's like, here we go. Oh, hold on, here we go. Boom, right there. So Michael's got another question in here. How many people do y'all think they would actually have trained with this break on lore the tier grading?
All right, so we got 3 facilities in America that we got to hire new people for, right? California,
and don't forget Japan too.
So in Japan, so that's 4. Between the 4, how many people can you actually bring on? With all the administrative stuff, is maybe each facility gets 150 people.
I mean, that's a best case scenario too. Like, let's be real. So, I mean, just thinking like running a system, the first place I would immediately think is I'm just taking all of my existing staff and focus them with grading and then get new people on the shipping element, right? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like the shipping process should be, so easy you could train your 65-year-old mom to do it kind of situation, right? You got this, bam, 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 done. Tape out. You're not going to teach mom how to grade cards, right? But I feel like if you've had a little taste of it, shit, we can teach you. You know what I mean?
And that's what they say they tried to do. I remember an interview a couple months ago. They try to transition existing staff into grading. People that have the passion for cars, to love the cars, because they can teach those people with a passion, and they have somewhat of an idea what cards are.
Right.
So, but we know, like, we all have worked regular jobs before. If the training is just a video, and then I'm gonna have Johnny over here watch over you for a couple of days, and then leave you out, we're gonna have more 5, 6, 7s. We're gonna have more longer delays if the training. If they want to come out of this at the end of the year and be able to grade 3 million cards a month, they need to spend significant time with all these new graders, and they need to have their senior staff spend significant time for a month with these new graders. And we're just going over. We're taking 3 minutes a card to grade for the first 3 weeks until you understand it, and I can let you go.
Well, realistically, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but I'm putting the new guys and girls on Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to say it's easier to grade that than it is sports, but at least as far as identification goes, right? With sports stuff, you're going to be looking at it and you're going to go, man, I don't know if this is the diamond, I don't know if this is the base, 101, what like. I don't want to say that's a hard concept, but definitely that's not a just pick it up and run with it concept, right? Versus you look at the card and you go, that's a
Bottom number right there.
Gengar, bam, here's my number, yada yada yada, right?
And then go.
Right. And not only that, I do feel like it is easier to spot, hey, here's an error, this is misaligned, miscut, whitening, whatever on Pokemon than it is sports, right? So for instance, on this tunnel vision, Caitlin Clark right here, like it's kind of hard to tell if it's, left, right, centered, whatever. But you go look at a Pokemon card right off the rip in the first 15 seconds, literally, you're like, oh, I get it, right? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. So I'm putting them on Pokemon.
And that's where most of your backlog is at anyway, is in Pokemon. So, but we're not talking about the other shooter drop, right? All three of us send stuff through GameStop.
Right.
So is GameStop tiers changing? GameStop, you be able to still do $25 at GameStop?
I literally, so literally, John, within the last, of us recording this actively right this instant, within the last 60 minutes, I dropped off my last two things at GameStop. And shout out to the homie. He's a manager. And he said he had not had an official email yet.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword being yet, boys and girls. Literally
but
put
here's
it
the
out
thing.
there.
When they said a few months ago when GameStop times were getting a little bit longer, GameStop time was still 3 months. Everyone I said was still getting it back in 3 months.
Well, and knock on wood, so I sent some stuff in May, and it's like just now getting through the research portion, and literally the guy goes, hey, after research, literally, wham, bam, like a week or two before it hits our store.
I got to go pick up some grades this weekend, and then I still have 2 from March 4th and March 13th that are in research and ID, and they've been in our sense for 2 weeks. So I will have those back in the middle of June, most likely. I've had a sub at PC Sports Cards that I dropped off February 14th. They got to PSA February 17th. Went in assembly beginning of May, and I still haven't got my grades for yet. And I've gotten 2 submissions from GameStop back that sent on February 14th and after.
So shout out, listen, me and Amani been preaching this since GameStop's been doing it. It feels like the fastest way to get your cards back. Now there is the trick where you send the value bulk yourself and then send one item at the express, and then you put what is it? It's not a QR code, but it's like the little scan code thingy on the outside of the box for the express item so that it moves through the process faster. But outside of that, really GameStop feels the fastest.
So we got another question on here. Basically, my problem is why they wait to have 10 million cards behind to do this. Yes.
That's a good point. Why we do this at 5 million cards? And then they want to get it down to 5 million to open it back up.
I think what had happened was, I think when it got to 5 million, it's still
it's like a teetering. They're like, it's not the right time.
But I believe it's more than 10 million.
Do too.
Because even with 10 million, if they're doing 3 million a month, I believe the number's closer to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Than anything.
Because that's just saying what they took in. That's not even counting what they haven't opened the box of.
They haven't even opened.
So it's funny because when they increased prices last time, I told FD by the end of the year, it's going to be $50 a card to grade value. And look at that, 2-3 months later, we had $50 a card.
I mean, that definitely gets rid of the base, all the base stuff, because
Does
that's
it?
basically what. Yeah, I,
Cooper flag base tops paper is still $108 PSA 10 with a 60% jump rate. So I bought it for 3. I'm in it for 55. I can still make 40.
to make 40,
I can still make 40.
and that's not Chrome, people.
Mhm.
That's not Chrome. But I don't know. I think the sensible thing is that I think they've been planning this out for. I mean, they had to be planning this out for a while, especially when he went on sports card nonsense. Shout out to the guys on there. He was like, "Yeah, we had our biggest submission yet." I think he looked at it and was like, I think a couple weeks later, because you gotta understand, it's all what we say 95% Pokemon and One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's all basically what it is. And then the thing is that I was like, what do you do when all the collect? If you're paying $100 a year, that's what's the benefit now.
Right. That was my first thought. Is like, what about all those people who go, damn, I literally just got this, just so I could do the value bulk. And they go, hey, we'll toss on a few more months for free, because that's what they did with me when they first closed it in 2020 or 2021. Bro, I literally had paid for 1 year, and I ended up getting like 2 years and some change for free just because they had closed the submissions. Now, that was before the magazine and before the pizzazz was there. But it's the first thing I thought of. I was like, damn, everybody who's a PSA member.
Oof. I mean, you think people, but also, like I said, there's no, but you can't service them right now, because if you give them a leeway, everybody's just going to sign up to. Well, I'll pay $100 to get on this thing. That's what
well, I mean, you can use that money and put it back into the damn system.
I mean, if they want to do that.
If we're trying to be a publicly traded company, I mean,
is PSA a publicly traded company?
No, but they've been trying. They've been trying, or they've been talking about it at least.
So shout out to everybody that's joining us right now. Basically, we're just talking about PSA pause and their 4 submissions right now. The 4 submissions right now is the value bulk, value plus, and the value max. Okay, they're claiming that there are 10 million cards on the backlog right now, but like I said, we just think it's more closer to 20. Dr. Collectible just hopped in here.
The doc.
Doc, what up? You know what I'm saying? Michael's in here also.
What's
he has
up,
another question. I think I heard Cage Lawyer mention it, but what about the spinning in a two
factions, sports on one side and Pokemon and TCG on the other side of the facility. I mean, realistically, I don't know why they're not that already. Let's get real.
Because I think it's out of control. I think it got to a point where they couldn't.
I mean, so I don't know why. So, I mean, if you think about it like a restaurant, right? You got front of house, back of house. All a back of house is worried about is, hey, let's get these food. You got somebody at the window, yada, yada, bop, 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 bop. Front of house is only worried about, hey, customers, this, that, and the third. We really need to be doing the same, because realistically, when you split it into 2 like that, then you can actually see where your demand is, right? Instead of us mixing it and going, oh, okay, well, we just need these more people. You can literally go, no, the TCG side needs 25% more people every day due to XYZ, right? It makes it a more of a readable equation versus if everything is just muddled together. Right, yeah, we need more staff. Well, how much more staff do we need? And not only that, what type of training do they need? You know, because like I was saying earlier, I feel like, you know, if we've got the flood of TCG in there, well, why are we fucking training these people on sports shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got our sports guys over here, we got our sports gals over here, and obviously we need some people who can cross and, you know, hey, somebody calls out on this side, so you go to that side. But I mean, if we're just picking up people off the streets, fuck. All right, you learn it. You're gonna be a subject expert on Pokemon by the end of the week.
So this is what I know, Jerry. I know we talked about this when GameStop first started grading. I felt when you sent your cards there, it was two sides to it. I felt like the sports side and there was a TCG side to it because the sports got quicker than TCG. Simon's in the building. What's up? What's up, Simon? And I cannot listen. Everybody go follow Simon. I know he's gonna make a nice killer video about this. But I felt like they had to be going, especially when GameStop here happened. But I think it got to the point where the Pokemon got overwhelmed so much that they had to bring their sports guys over just to calm that down. And I think it just got to the point where they didn't have that many people grading sports, and everybody is just focused to trying to get down the Pokemon stuff. But people keep sending, especially, and then One Piece happened. And once One Piece happened, I think that started looking at, okay, we got to really figure this out. Because I think even when they had Pokemon sending in, I still think it wasn't a problem. But when you mix the amount of volume that One Piece is bringing to the plate, and trust me, I know some people that's grading 200 to 300 cards a month on One Piece.
Don't call out Big John like that, but come on,
keep
you know
going. What I'm saying? You know he loves this Luffy. So but if they divide it up now, it's like, you know, and I think even bringing in new people, like you say, to even start on TCG is probably the best way to even counteract this.
Well, you have to start. Listen, it's better to be proactive than reactive, right? Because this is a reaction. This is not proactive. This is a reaction. So they definitely, because when they paused it in 2020, it was not necessarily, hey, we're getting the flood of Pokemon. That was just, we were getting the flood of, you know, base Zion, base Jaw, you know. This is the TCG takeover. This is.
Ooh.
I got a question though. Why is the public blaming guys for sending cards in, whether it's base cards or whether it's Pokemon? That's what we want to do, because not everybody sending base wants to grade it to flip. Some people, a percentage of it wants to have it encapsulated. We've heard 3-4 years ago, 10x hobby, 10x hobby, 10x hobby. You're seeing the growth. You're seeing the growth in your company year over year, month over month. Why, to Jerry said, you're not being proactive about this, instead of now everybody's like, well, you should have sent 75 base Wimbies in one submission. You shouldn't have sent this, because that's not my problem. I want these graded. I'm giving you my money to grade these in the time frame. How you seeing all these metrics and not preparing for it, and not saying, hey, oh crap, we need 4 shifts. We need to be grading 24 hours. Somebody needs to be grading at 4 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon.
Right. No, I mean, listen, you know, if you compare it to a place like Walmart, there is literally a Walmart employee at 24 hours a day, whether it's in the middle of the night, stocking the shelves, middle of the day, taking care of customers, what you're going to have that same level, even if it's like, hey, third shift guys and gals, all they're doing is shipping stuff all day long, all night. That's all they do. They have stuff ready, pallets ready. That way, in the morning when the USPS trucks, FedEx trucks pull up, literally, old buddy's on the forklift and he's just loading them. Bam, next one, loading them. Which, you know, I agree with John. You know, like if it is obvious the hobby is 10xing. Why are we not 10xing our processes?
I think it just got hit too hard.
Mhm.
I believe. I mean, you had to. I believe you had to just. They had to have noticed that this was coming in, but even with like I said, I think even with the Pokemon coming in,
Shit,
once
listen,
that
they look at the fucking mailroom every day, bro. They
okay,
look at it going, bruh, like there ain't no way it's like, oh, this is casual. No, this is like code red, lock it the fuck down.
that's why I think that
Jerry,
first
they're
went.
giving the
Yeah,
gym rate numbers to gym rate. They're giving it to daily. So you see these numbers daily. You're
it's
tracking it
every
daily
day.
at what your company is doing. That's like somebody saying, I need 3,000 balloons tomorrow or next week, and me not looking at my schedule saying I need 4 or 5 people here to work a couple extra hours so we can get these balloons all blown up. Right? How am I not preparing for something that I know it's coming? I know I'm
Right.
doing 2 million cards a month. So next month I'm doing
Right.
2 million
Going
cards.
up.
I've been doing 2 million cards for 2 years. I've
Well,
been doing the same amount of cards for 2 years.
and not
This
only
is just
that, I mean,
happening.
so you work retail and I work retail, and literally I know for a fact your company sends metrics every day to go, hey, we're expecting our year to date last year was this percentage growth through this month. We expect it to be a hot month, slow month, whatever. PSA has to be doing the same thing. And if I'm going to be that guy who's sending out those numbers to try to prepare, managers, staff, whatnot, bro, I'm fluffing that shit up. Like, hey, y'all better be ready. Like, put your running shoes on. You are putting the miles in. Get ready.
It sounds like what's happening at PSA is happening everywhere in work, period. You don't have enough employees to really do. And and when it comes to being financial and making money, you are looking how you can balance that labor and because in any company, when you're trying to save money, the first thing you do is cut labor. Right? That's the lever you can pull
That's
to
right.
make if your money not looking right.
Right.
Is labor. So they have a labor problem, and just admit that hey, we have a labor problem. We don't have enough people who know enough to do this to do the amount that we're taking in. It sounds like a labor problem.
Well, and jumping on that, I mean, so with that labor problem, I mean, okay, so like referencing like a restaurant, right? Very often a restaurant will go, hey, we're not hitting our numbers today. We're going to send people home, this, that, and the other. And they'll do the opposite of, oh shit, we're getting crazy in, like we're calling everybody in. This needs to be that code red lever of, hey, bro, I know you said you wanted off. Like, is there any way you can come in just for a couple hours? John, you're our expert in basketball. And listen, let me just hit you with like 15 orders and then you get out of here and we're going to pay you OT.
To your point, it was just Memorial Day weekend. You think Texas Roadhouse and all these restaurants wasn't stacked with people to come eat for Memorial Day?
I would say Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They knew what was going to happen.
Well, so the lack of infrastructure, I mean, is the whole issue. And I mean, I'll be honest with you. Why do we not have the Henry Ford ass? All right, hey, Jerry's doing this, Amani's doing this, John's doing this. All you do all day is bam, bam, bam. It's a processes issue. Why are we not, like I said, if I'm hiring, say, 150 new people, the only thing them motherfuckers are learning, all right, you're going to be our shipping expert by the end of the week. Literally, you're getting forklift certified. You're getting forklift certified, like 100%. Now,
So,
shout out to Michael's
anybody wanna
comment
play-
here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Monty. Or go ahead, John.
Comment. Well, I'm saying anybody wants to play devil's advocate or come up with the fix for the problem, or even predict, does this last 4 months or does it last into 2027?
Ooh,
I listen.
take it away, Amani.
So what I think is, basically, I think I know, national they're gonna do what they do at national. I don't think we get back. I don't think we get the value stuff back until September.
Ooh, see, I'm on the whole opposite end of the spectrum. I don't think it's an ever going to come back scenario. I think if you don't submit your stuff for value bulk by this Monday, January, or what is it, June 1, if you don't submit it then, you will never get it again for $25.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm of the day and age where I remember it for $12 a card.
I agree with you 100%.
And it's steadily only gone up.
Going up.
So let's say this, right? Let's say after Monday you can't say anymore. So let's say they look at the numbers in July and after at the national, and they take in 1 million cards at the national at $80 a card. What does that tell you? This is just at one event in the July. I take in, let's say 200,000 cards at $80. The demand is still there. Why should I have to go back down when the demand is still there at 80,000?
Exactly.
Let's say in 6 months they're still not down to 5 million cards in backlog because they're still getting it. This price is going to be the price. And you know what that does on the back end? Makes you not want to buy wax at all. I don't want to open wax.
Exactly. Now, okay, so jumping on Simon's comment here, if you were going to predict a price for value bulk, what is your price prediction? I'm going to say, $50. You thinking 50?
$50.
I think $50 is a good number.
The reason why I say $50 is because you get a lot of 25 and under cards. You won't not being sent anymore. Not worth. It's not. You're not going to get that $40 from sending.
See, I was leaning towards the 45, but yeah, I mean.
But I think the thing is now.
Oh, look at this! Hold on! Shout out to Cardiac. Needs to go back to $8. It will never. I mean, unfortunately, until the bubble burst, whatever, it will not come down.
But here's the factor. Here's the factor of this is that PSA has say PSA goes to $50 on value. You can have your Beckett and your SGC, which is over here. Say, hey, you got anything under $25? Send it over here. So now you're pushing the two other companies you just bought to the value stuff now.
But what does that matter? You're pushing me that. But if I send it over there and it gets a BGS 10 and it still sells for 45% of a PSA 10, why am I sending it there? As somebody who's looking for liquidity. Not even as a research. The liquidity is what 90% of the hobby needs, right? I can't buy and sell cards. I can't buy my PC cards without buying and selling cards. Right? I can't go buy a hobby box of basketball and my best card be a Carter Bryant auto and have no way to make my money back or part of my money back.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You know, even at Pokemon, what is $7 a pack at some places?
Shit, if not more.
Yeah, 7 to well, not more.
7 to 10. 7 to 10.
So $10. How much? I got buy a pack and I get nothing. I lost $10. I keep losing $10. Keep losing $10.
So shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Like I said, once again, we're just going over. It's myself, Big John, and Jerry. We're in the building right now. Basically, like I said, what we're talking about right now is the whole PSA pause in there for their for value grading right now, basically because there are 10 million cards on a backlog right now. We're just discussing and stuff. If you have any questions, you know what I'm saying, just hop in the comments, you know what I'm saying, just ask them. Also, you'll see the merch QR code up there. Go check out quietcardpodcast.com. Look at the merch, sign up to the newsletter and stuff for more information of stuff like this. But like I said, and we appreciate everybody that's hopped in so far. Like I said, shout out to Michael Simon is in here. Dr. Collectible is also in here that we've been chatting up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Cardiac, love him.
Cardiacs are here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, appreciate everybody that's getting here. So here's the thing. What's the next move though?
Well, so okay,
the
so
first move is trying to send
ahead,
everything in by Monday. I think that's the first move. Is get those
Now,
the first fucking move.
now, what now?
Take notes, boys and girls.
Listen, I'm trying to send 100. I'm gonna be part of the problem. I'm gonna have to send about 100.
I'm trying to send all this basketball in. Yeah, I'll see it next season. Like when let's go. Let's go.
Right.
I'll see it in February. I mean, second is see what happens with the GameStop, right? See what happens with that shoe drops.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, the people who stay in the hobby are going to be the ones that adapt. And if you're a low end seller on eBay, you're going to have to adapt to the 75 and up cards and not just the dollar cards. You can't try to move a lot of low end on eBay. If you're a dollar box hunter, it's going to be rough.
Well, okay, so I talked about this with Amani on the phone. So one of the positions that I've kind of been moving to and moving away from. So something that is interesting that I noticed before all this is, so when you flip raw cards, and I'm just referencing Pokemon right now. So when you flip raw cards, there is so much of a less of a hassle. There's so much less, haggling. It's literally, hey, TCG has this card and they have $100 on it, right? John,
Right.
do you want $80 on it, right? Versus if I have that exact same card in a PSA 9, then it's that, man, there was a sale at 75 and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, you had the one high sale, this, that, the third. And it's just so much more haggling. I feel as if it is way less friction to sell raw cards. Now, there is not that potential, oh my God, hey, this just spiked like crazy, right? But it's just like literally like, okay, so for instance, hey, I'm selling this Charizard, right? Well, this right here on TCG, they've got it for $485. Oh, but man, in a PSA 9, it's $450, $460. Oh, they had a low $445. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's to the point now where I have such few cards that are actually graded that I'm attempting to move. Now, I still have graded stuff in my personal collection, in my long hold stuff. But as far as like my fast flips, my daily flips, literally, if I buy it raw, I'm flipping it raw. If I buy it graded, I'm flipping it graded, or I'm cracking it. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I think yes. Right? So I think yes. I think everything you said is correct. Because if you're going with the raw, if you're going on that side, just basically, you go through the raws, this and this. You can still have a spike in it, just a little bit. But I think overall, it's the more value of grading it and getting and having that basically, like, I don't say gamble mentality, but like you want stuff that know that's going to go up, move a little faster than raw. You get a little better value out of it too. And we got
Here's a thought. What if people start buying, well, vendors, repackers, now because you can't grade the stuff super quickly, you're buying raw at 60, 70% instead of 80 to 95. Because just because you got a Charizard don't mean it's gonna grow up just because you have a Charizard. Something has to, So if I'm buying it off somebody, can repackers and the people that bring liquidity really continue to afford to buy 85, 95% if they can't grade it?
So I don't know. I would almost argue the opposite. I would feel like they're going to pay a higher percentage now. Especially if it is a good looking, now I'm only speaking on gradable stuff, right? It for my damage stuff that I buy and they're like, oh, it's getting a fucking PSA 1. They're like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that. But for really good looking stuff, I feel like they're going to pay a premium.
Yeah, especially now because, like I said, I mean, even like I had a PSA order just popped not too long ago, and and I just hit up one guy to sell to, the repacker I sell to, and they're wanting slabs so bad it's not even funny.
First off, we love Cardiac. Mm-hmm. All the repack companies are about to be crying.
I mean,
literally, they're.
Yeah.
If I'm a repack company, I am taking everything right now and sending it right fucking now.
That makes it, and you're buying that. You have to buy now. If you was already buying at 90%, you got to buy 110, 120.
PSA did this on purpose to teach customers a lesson.
That could be.
Quit sending us your fucking garbage. We don't want this bullshit. Go grade it with somebody else. Period. Period.
But if you're the top dog at anything, they're the top dog at this. There's that McDonald's gap with PSA and anybody else fast food joint. You can definitely say, right? You could definitely say they can just go, we're gonna push this thing until we can't push it no more. Just to show people, hey, look, y'all want us to keep grading your stuff? This one's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, you still have to be ready for stuff like this. And I just think everything came too fast. Too fast for PSA to catch up.
Well, so, I mean, part of it is, I mean, I don't want to blame it all on Pokemon, but the vast majority is Pokemon. 100%.
Well, and then, like I said, then One Piece came in strong.
Super strong.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like how, you can't, it's, and like I said, if look, PSA has the value on it. Yeah, One Piece, they send their stuff to Beckett. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're not sending they're only sending maybe 20% of their stuff to Beckett and the rest to PSA with One Piece stuff?
They're sending a good bit, and the reason why they're sending a good bit is purely because of the black label.
Yes.
And I'm going to be frank with you. Those the new Beckett labels, pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, it's on the grow on me. Yeah, shout out to smoothness on here. Yeah, it's mainly Pokemon. If you see the bar is all the way over here on Pokemon, but halfway through that bar is One Piece also.
No, hold on. Here's the big reason right here. Shout out Cardiac. No, because Pokemon is liquid.
Yeah,
it is it is water through your hands liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Sports right now, because everybody makes the brick joke. So like, oh, I'm buying bricks, this, that, and the other. And that's what it kind of feels like to buy sports right now. Versus I pick up this Charizard, I walk it 3 tables over at the show, and I sell this Charizard.
Listen,
I mean,
and
liquid.
And One Piece is right behind it. I think one.
I mean,
yeah, it's a different.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I would argue Pokemon is way more liquid. However, One Piece is more liquid than sports at this instant.
I would say because Pokemon more liquid than One Piece because one, Pokemon been there longer.
Established.
And it's established. Right now, One Piece does feel like the Wild West a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But
a lot of bit.
But they're both basically liquid. And the thing is, and what I said before is that when they have Pokemon there, I believe everything is running smoothly with Pokemon. But then when you mix that One Piece and the whole TCG aspect of it, now everybody's spending TCG stuff. I think it just got completely out of hand for them.
Well, but I mean, I'm just leaning back into what Cardiac said. I mean, 1,000% One Piece it's getting up there, right? It's not too far behind.
Well, we can say it's already there. It's just not going to catch up with Pokemon because it's still a gap. But I think it's already there on a liquid scale. It's just It's just Pokemon is McDonald's, and it's still a McDonald's gap. Yeah, Wendy's might do good to Burger King, or Burger King might do good to Wendy's, but they're not doing good at McDonald's.
Right.
So yeah, it's a liquid because, like I said, when I go to Collecticons, that stuff, you just can't keep it on the table at all. I could buy. I mean, I could literally take risk in One Piece. And I could take less risk like that in Pokemon because it's just moves. So and then everybody's grading it. Everybody's doing. People are sending Cardiac. Am I tripping on this? One Piece is sitting in probably more cards to PSA on a volume scale than probably Pokemon per person.
Because I don't know about that.
Because there's a lot of people sending in Pokemon. There's a lot of people sending Pokemon. I think there's less people, but sending more with One Piece per person. Like you. Okay, say if you send 5 cards with Pokemon, there's 100 people that sending 5 cards with Pokemon. I think 40 people sending 100 cards with One Piece. Cardiac.
I think One Piece is sending a lot, but not to the amount that we think it is. Because it's still only probably 10% of the hobby. But I think 70% of that 10% is sending cards in the grade. If that makes any sense. Like you have the bulk of those people sending cards in and getting them back.
I think it's more.
When he's 4-4, it's undefeated.
It's undefeated.
It's undefeated.
It's undefeated.
There's my stomach growling now.
It could be 50-50. But I think it's a lot. It's just a lot of TCG. We're not even. This is just the 2 big ones we're talking about. We're not even talking about, how people start sending more Dragon Ball Z stuff in now. I went to a card shop today. They had a whole They had a whole 2, 4, 5 rows of Digimon cards. I was like, what is this at? What are you doing this at? So, all in all, I, all in all, we're just saying right now is that send your stuff in now. Got anything to grade? Go find stuff. Tomorrow, we got tomorrow's Friday. Saturday, go to a show. What you can get. Hey, first of all, what's up? I wonder how many. These car shows probably gonna be lit this weekend. Hey, I wish I could make mine in Miami. But man, if you got a car show nearby you, I'll go to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking to buy this weekend at the car show.
Yeah, you get there early. Hey, y'all get there early at the car shows because that line is gonna be insane.
This is going to be fun to revisit next month and realize, okay, what everybody realistically is trying to send to PSA to get graded and to get back in 6-7 months.
I don't know. Listen, I think there's going to be a lot of people that fuck around and they don't send by Monday, and they're going to be super upset.
Low key, I'm about to send a bunch of WWE. I think I'm gonna send a 20 card order of WWE. See what happens.
And I would overnight it. I mean, if you're not doing it through GameStop, overnight it, boys and girls. You got to pay that price one time, and it ain't gonna hurt your feelings too bad.
It's even better. Pay it up front. You ain't worried about it on the back end when grades come through.
Listen, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you.
You ain't got to put nothing on a credit card. You ain't got to wait 7 months and then PSA take it out your account. Boom. Here go $25. Here you go. $100 for these 4. Cool. Send them out. I don't mind doing consignment, but I don't like having a high consignment bill.
Well, I mean, talking about Michael's comment right here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like the raw play. I mean, I really like the raw play. Now, in the world of Pokemon, especially why I like it, man, you fill up a binder, put prices on it, make sure it's. I literally have a TCG list right now as we speak for my damaged stuff and my near mint stuff, right? And if something's LP, it's going in my damage side, right? And you can hand people that binder. It's a play. I just feel like it feels more liquid than the slab stuff. I mean, honestly, I sat there and I had walked this through the Nashville show this past weekend, right?
Ooh.
Right. Heater, right? Oof. But, it's not a 10 or all this, all that. I feel like if it was that same thing raw, yeah, here's the price right here.
I saw a 10 at Collecticon.
Oh, I know you did. Did.
That shit was crazy.
I literally have $1 Pokemon binder full of full arts and EXs. They're all dollars. Like, come look through it. You want one? Let's do it. Let's trade.
They go cardiac right here, right on time. The $2 binders and the $5 to $50 binders are the best sellers.
Right.
Raw cards are the best sellers.
And the thing I always tell people, the bigger the stack, the better the deal.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't want to do that as much with the slabs.
Just picked up some raw cards today down here.
Facts. Amani made a pile. He got a better deal because it was a bigger pile.
Yeah. That's all that is. So, but like I said,
quick interjection. Most sports guys, they don't want to really make a pile. They only want to buy 2 or 3 things, and then they go, "Oh, you didn't give me a good deal." Versus the Pokemon guys are like, "Shit, here you go."
Take it out. Take it up. Like I said, I think by volume at Collecticon, we sell more out to binders um than Pokemon wise. Then oh man, that's really all we got Pokemon. Then well no, there's a couple slides we got, but the binders it's a different flex. Especially when you have dollar binders over here, you got 50 cent over here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's Yable guy, he got one for $3-4. It's like three binders just full of I don't know what is in there. And they just go through it. That's all it is. So but to end this, it's been a little great chit chat. So Big John, what are your thoughts on this? We end it up real quick.
Out and you will not see any more plays like buying a 2024 Bowman Shohei Ohtani for $4 and then getting it graded and selling it for $120 anymore. Those plays are going to be long gone for the rest of the year.
I just bought
Send
a
it.
moment today. I'm not, I got an Otani binder. This goes in the Otani binder. You know what I'm saying?
So
Uh,
I was gonna send these stuffed curries, but I'm gonna hold on to these because right now because I'm not paying the money to send these. Or maybe I should.
it should be.
But yeah, these
Listen,
these Gengars are definitely going.
uh,
Oh.
is that the GameStop promo?
Not the game. Not this regular one. Not the GameStop one.
Okay,
But
okay, okay.
it's still a Gengar, so I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, I listen. I like the 2 rows. I like the 5 rows. Just fill them up. Shout out. I really love the 4 for $1 play. Right. You got some 10-cent stuff. You got some dollar stuff. Load it up.
So Jerry, what's
So
your final thoughts?
yeah. Final thoughts. If you don't do it by Monday, it's the last time you're going to see $25 per. It is the very last time. May 8th, 2026. You better look into it.
So I would say this to end it. And shout out to everybody that was in the live right now. Is I'm with Jerry. Just send it if you're gonna send it. Really overnight it. GameStop. If you're like in Atlanta or you're in like California somewhere, just find a submission drop off. Don't go to your buddy who's been doing bulk submission. Send it yourself or send it to GameStop or like I said, Cars HQ they got a drop off location that does really good. Drop it off there. I think when I fly back Sunday, I'm gonna head straight up to HQ and then just drop it all off right there. So, but like I said, shout out. Like I said, we just want to get on here real quick, do a little emergency thing because I mean everybody's doing it. We're just gonna do it better. Like I
Well.
said,
Also, if we wait till Wednesday, it'll be too late. Like you better
that
hurry
is
up.
true.
Like right now,
Yeah,
right now.
that's
Like
true.
this is not a joke.
Yeah.
Right now, like
Yo.
me and Amani were on the phone, and I said, "I'm driving this shit to GameStop as we speak." He goes, "Wait, what?" And I said, "Bro, I'm
in the
like
car.
5 minutes away from GameStop."
He's out.
And hopefully, shout out Michael. Hopefully the 9s will start to get some love. So
We
does
talked
this
about
bring
that
up the
too.
price of 9s?
Hopefully,
Yeah, I
It
think
should.
so.
I mean, mathematically, it should.
I think all slabs are going up. I think all slabs are going up. It's gonna be a little harder to get, especially can't wait to national. But like I said, shout out to everybody that's in here right now. We appreciate everybody coming on. Shout out to Big John for coming on. Like I said, straight off of the cruise. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's a merch. Like I said, go to
Ralph Cruz back to
quietcarpodcast.com. Go get some merch, hop in a newsletter and stuff like that. Follow What's to Play podcast every Tuesday night.
Greased up. Don't forget about.
Got the Greased Up also. Got a huge episode coming on next week with Grease Up. So follow that and Dr. Collectible. part of the Quiet Card Network. So, of course, shout out to the doc that's doing that. Also, like I said, you got a huge episode coming Wednesday. I don't know how we're going to spin this, um, but it's going to be very interesting. To see what's going to happen. But also, like I said, follow the podcast. Also, follow us on Twitch and Kick if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody that's showing us love on here. But, you know, at the end of the day, get moving with cars. Go to car shows on Saturdays. Get what you can. Go to the car shops. Anything. Just send it in. Just send in the most you ever sent in. Just send it all in. Because, I mean, listen, you ain't going to get it back to football season anyway. So, if that. Anyway, like I said, peace, love, everybody. Don't forget, send it in. We out.
Peace.
Well,
Peace.
peace.